all day,
You're welcome.
and it's 4 o'clock. Where'd the sun go? When's it coming back? Christina joins us now at the desk and shares the great news that's about to come. You promised better news.
I did, and look, I'm not a liar.
Okay.
I've got better news. It's coming.
Sure.
You just, how much patience do you
When?
have?
Very little.
Eventually.
I lack a lot of patience.
I know. It's gonna
Pot
get
to kettle.
I don't know how they let us do this every day. I don't know.
So
how
why'd the horse cross the road? And the turtle? It's a zoo podcast today.
We have so many questions.
For better weather on the other side, that's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, clever. I see what you did there. All right. Well, funny thing, it's starting to feel more like fall. And maybe you're not about this whole gloomy, cloudy thing. Or maybe you're sitting there saying, wow, it almost feels like we're getting closer and closer to Halloween. That's how I'm planning to take this. So, a little optimism and everything. There's a silver lining, especially, again, my friends who love fall, just know that we have 4 more days left. 4. That's it, until astronomical fall begins. That's on Sunday, and then maybe not as exciting for all of you. We do have 46 days until daylight saving time ends, and we set the clocks back. But we'll talk more about that in a minute. We did have some of that fall feel today. It felt like mid-fall, early fall, I would say. Temperatures getting into the low 70s, kind of gloomy with the clouds around. Low temperatures in the low 50s, or upper 50s, I should say. But we, again, rose into the 70s and called it a day. Now, as for what's happening now, you can still see, unfortunately, for those of you who wanted sunshine, we had nothing of the sort. Instead, we've got this gloom stuck with us. Providence 72 degrees, Smithfield 72 as well. A little more sunshine there, although it's not exactly picture perfect. New Bedford 74 and 66 on Block Island. What happens next? More clouds and more rain, actually. We've got 62 degrees on the docket here as we get to the evening, and then we stay cloudy. We keep the rain back, or bring the rain back in the forecast, I should say, and bring the fog back tomorrow morning as well. But let's talk about the rain for a second, because I have to tell you, I'm a little excited about this because I dug into a lot of numbers, and this is where the nerd in me gets to come out and play on television. So let's do this. All right, we're going to compare what we've seen so far this year in terms of rainfall to where we should be, and the difference is pretty dramatic. We've seen almost 50 inches of rain in the city of Providence. We should be at just over 32 inches of rain. That's a significant difference, and in case you want to make it even more significant, we've actually seen more rain so far this year than we should see for the entire year. We should see in the entire year about 47.5 inches of rain. So clearly we're past that point. But here's the funny thing about those numbers. September has been exceedingly dry. In fact, we haven't even had 1/10 of an inch of rain in the month of September. You can see we've had 2/100ths of an inch where we should be at nearly 2 1/3 inches. So clearly a big difference here. We could use a little rain right now. Not a ton, just a little, and we are going to get some as we head through these next couple of days. Here's the system that's going to bring the rain down to the south. This has been plaguing the Mid-Atlantic and the Carolinas for the last few days, and honestly, it's made for quite the misery there. Still some thunderstorms rolling back through central and parts of eastern Virginia, heading back through the Mid-Atlantic. This system's going to move up to the north and east, and as it does, it's going to bring more persistent rainfall as we get through tomorrow and parts of Friday as well. I even think Saturday morning a couple showers linger. But let's focus on tomorrow for a second. Temperatures right around 70 degrees, not too far from where they should be this time of year. Again, rain throughout the day. Periods of rain is what I'm going to call it. Not exactly a shower here, a shower there. It's a little bit more intense than that, but it's not a complete washout. You have little breaks where you get, I'm not going to call it sun, just not as wet. As we move into Friday, it's quite similar. I think not as much rain as we get Thursday, but it's still going to be relatively widespread. By the time we get to the weekend, that's when things start to peter out a little bit as this system lifts up to the north and east and brings the rain on with it. How much rain are we anticipating? Kind of depends on where you are, but for the most part, between about 1 inch and 2 inches. Some outliers could put us closer to 3, especially as you're heading out toward the Cape and the islands, toward the center of this system. Again, as we get through the weekend, things improve pretty dramatically, especially as we get to Sunday, the first official day of astronomical fall. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And then Monday and Tuesday, it feels like fall temperatures in the 60s and plenty of sun. Not
it's
bad.
exciting.
I'm so